This is a quick video about my frustration in trying to find an electric vehicle in the major city that I live in. So my previous wonderful but getting old gasoline powered car is starting to break and have some issues. With the new Inflation Reduction Act, right, which includes and renews the credits, the tax credit for electric vehicles, I thought, you know what, maybe it's time. My old car is kind of starting to get bad, going to need some money, and with the tax credit, maybe it's time for me to go ahead and buy a new vehicle. So I set off on this actually last weekend, and then I worked to get it on this weekend. I didn't have much time to deal with it during the week. So here's how hard it is. Cadillac Lyriq, which is my first choice. So these are my first choice. I'm working down my list. Cadillac Lyriq sold out for all 2023 model year. None available to test drive, none to even look at, and they won't even take orders. Second choice, the Volkswagen I.D.4, which is again kind of an SUV format. Sold out, not taking orders, none available anywhere in the state where I live, the whole state. Tesla Model Y. The Tesla Model Y, it's nice, it's more expensive, more money than I wanted to pay, but I thought, well, maybe I should look at it. The nearest one available to look at and test drive was 186 miles from my home. Next one I looked at was the Ford Mustang Mach-e. Now to Ford's credit, they had some available. There was 3 available, so I scheduled a test drive. By the time I got there, there's only 1 left, so I was driving the last one available in my whole state. And I hesitated, and it's since been sold, so now I'd have to order it, whatever. But I did test drive it, and by the way, it's just a very well-constructed, tight vehicle. The back hatchback area was big enough for me. I wanted something to put a certain amount of storage in. All right, my next choice. The Nissan Ariya, I think that's the new sold out, back ordered, none to drive, none to even look at anywhere in my state. Nissan Leaf. There were some inaccuracies in the, first off, I was getting errors on Nissan's website, nissanusa.com, when I was trying to look at the car. So, well, I don't know what that's about, but man, you just can't have your website crashing, people. You're a big company, you can do better than that. Second thing is, the inventory information was not accurate. So it said there were some cars available. When I called the dealers and looked at them, they're not available. So as of right now, in about a week, there might be one available that for a test drive if the owner who promised to buy it would allow me to do a test drive. Chevy Blazer. It's not on the street yet. They've been advertised promoting it, but it's not available yet. They haven't been shipping them anywhere, so not available. The Chevy Equinox, a little bit smaller SUV, same thing. It's not on the street yet, not available at all. So then I got desperate and looked at the Chevy Bolt, which is the small one. There's the Bolt car and the Bolt EUV, they call it, which is kind of a SUV format. Smaller than I wanted, but I thought, you know, maybe I'll look at that. So there were 2 or 3 available in my major city area, but none of them had the options I wanted. They were all the base model. I wanted to get some of the safety features and such, so I scratched that off the list. Next, I looked at the Polestar 2, which is a sedan. Not really what I wanted, but I thought, well, maybe I can at least drive it or something. And none available anywhere. The Polestar 3, which is their SUV, is not yet on the street. EVs apparently are up to about 10% of sales now, which I don't think is getting a lot of press, but we're up to 10% now, which is pretty impressive at this point in the life cycle. So the companies need to, the manufacturers need to produce more of these vehicles. I think the demand is higher than people are giving credit for or acknowledging. Putting on our investment hat. Is there some way to make some money off this situation? So I might take another look at lithium. So I'm already invested in a Canadian company called E3 Lithium, where they're extracting lithium from brine from liquid water underneath the ground. And also there's a Canadian company that is going to be one of the first producers of cobalt in North America ever. And I believe, if my memory is correct, they have their demonstration plant has been producing material now. So anyways, don't quote me on that. I got to find out the company name. But I might do some research on this. So I think the demand and the pricing on lithium and the other battery ingredients are probably going to continue high. They're going to stay high and maybe go higher because I think the demand is way interesting. I did not expect this. I thought I might be able to test drive a few more, but congratulations to Ford. They actually had one I could drive, so that's the only one of that whole list where I could even see one on the lot and test drive it. Very interesting.